I'm Peter Lipman. I'm the art director at the studio. I'm in charge of the day-to-day operations of the art team, which involves, at the beginning of projects, pre-visualization, working with concept artists. Pretty much any visual piece that goes into one of our games, I oversee all the way from its birth to its the shipping of the game. So going into Ultima, with knowing that we're going to be in a mole space, it needed to be accessible to a broad audience. I wanted to kind of update it and make it really colorful and alive, because when I played Ultima, it was Apple IIe on a basically green and black screen. I really just wanted to reinterpret it as something that was very much alive and colorful, kind of accessible, and a little bit of playful, but just to basically show the palette of what Ultima could be. We kind of made the decision to have 2D background plates because rather than 3D for the environments, because actually it allowed us to do what our concept artists typically do best, which is just draw like these amazing environments. Usually on previous games that I've worked on, you draw your concepts and you throw them away. But for Ultima, it allowed us to just draw what we wanted and just show this world and all this detail and all this color that otherwise would have sometimes been lost in translation when going to 3D. The character art for Ultima Forever had kind of an interesting evolutionary process. Before I became the art director on the project, we had another art director, and we were initially trying to launch the game really quickly, and we started going down the 2D route that most of the kind of the mobile space games are using. But we quickly realized that it was really kind of limited in the way that the animations worked. And so we needed to build a system that allowed us to kind of quickly make a lot of animations, make a lot of NPC variants, make a lot of player variants. So in that sense, it just sort of evolved through the production needs, which I think I'm actually pretty happy with the result. There's a lot of just scope to the game, considering that we had to change direction early in the project. I think it turned out well.
What virtue would you say you identify with the most?
It's a tough question. I'm a pretty honest person. I generally tell people what I'm feeling, for better or for worse, and that's just kind of my approach, I think, in life. I don't know how to not be myself, so I generally answer all of my questions straightforward and tell you, what I'm thinking, whether you like it or not. For me, I like depth as a player, and Ultima's got that. It's a huge world that you can go and explore, but it's also got the virtues in it, which are a really interesting concept. They're revolutionary in the day, and they're still pretty revolutionary now. You're basically having moral choices throughout the game, and it just makes it a really interesting play experience. So yeah, I think you're going to experience some different things that you might not necessarily think that you're going to be exposed to on a phone. We're going to make you think.